Hello, darling doves. My name is Ariel. Thank you for watching. I am doing Diary of a Chosen One. Yeah, I just got off. We'll just talk about. I just got off the phone with with Source, and they're still kind of here. and they were basically we were talking because doing something like this, like I'm being honest. This is what a human goes through when they want to do something so creative. I want to do this. I do this, you know, and as in talking about my day and how important the reason it's always asking yourself why. Why do you do things? Why do you put yourself out there? Why do you create what you want? Why did you go to certain places? Why did you feel the need to talk to that person? So for me, why I do anything is just to help, to heal, to I'm grateful for what I've gone through in my life. I've gone through a lot, you know, and being one that channels the light, it was written for ourselves to go through dark night of the shadow, right? To literally what I did was called hermiting, which is go and I was like pulled away by angels, and I'll tell that story in bits and pieces as we go, but I I had to sit there and I had to go through every single part of my past, every single traumatic moment, you know, and alchemize as in looking at it. And, it's like the angels were my best therapist. I did have a therapist as I went when I went to rehab, best one ever. She's, I want to say she's tits, dude. She's great. And so those things helped. I was addicted to drugs and I drank all the time. And I'm grateful. And even my angels did acknowledge, and I'm grateful for them as well, is that even through that time, I always knew, I always knew there was something inside of me that knew I was going through these challenges, not just the addictions, but things that would happen to me, you know? And but every single time my heart kept saying, I got to a point where so many things were happening, just like freaking tsunami, bad thing after bad thing after bad thing, not just people dying, which that happened too. You have enough friends in the scene, that's what's happening, right? So that, but don't get me wrong, these were all the other traumatic things that I did them to myself. I don't want to say the wrong friends. I love them. I still do. I'm grateful for every single one of them. I just wasn't aligned with who I am, right? But I was meant to go through that. I was meant to feel in all these traumatic energies that we feel, the sadness, this desperation, this weakened state, these thoughts, all these things are energy. It's just energy. And we sign up before we come down here to feel and experience as our own expression, our own personality, our own us, ourself, right? Our truest self, our most authentic self. We choose to go through those energies, and those energies, we say they're lower vibrational. Yes, yes. And but we sign up for that. And a lot of times, people would tell me, not a lot of people would have gone through what I've gone through. You get the abandonment by the father, you get the controlling, family members, you get the drug addicts, the alcoholics, you get, the loss of my child, you get the abusive relationships, you get all these things. I'm not the victim here. And I'm not trying to play victim. I'm saying I can look back now as I went through the dark night of the shadow, right? To look and be so grateful for those experiences, for the people that screwed me over, for the people that And don't think that I'm sitting here saying it all happened to me. I mean, I do know and recognize myself as an extremely very nice person. One of those too nice. And I've made mistakes and I've hurt people and I didn't even know that I did. We're not perfect. We are perfect, but that's different. But we are. We're perfectly going through human experiences we choose to call imperfections. We choose to call whatever we choose to call imperfect. When really, if we just choose to call things perfect, it's perfectly done. The divine timing, the divine plan is actually happening, setting yourself up mentally. This now, listen, I say this after, okay? I'm not saying let's all be this way. No, it took me a lot of healing to get here and a lot of help for healing. You know, once I was in rehab, I had an amazing, I wouldn't have been able to do this on my own. And so I'm grateful. The whole spiritual experience through going through all this healing initially, because you wouldn't have gotten me off of drugs. I don't care. You would have given me the choice and decision. No, it happened magically and spiritually. And angels literally, and this is my story, and this is how I'm going to tell it. And this is exactly what happened. And believe it or not, and most of you do, or you wouldn't really be here. I had angel incarnates and I followed my intuition. I talked to the stars for 2 years before the ups. I explained that last video, but anywho, and so I followed that. I had that divinity to hold on to. I've always held on to some sort of divinity, some sort of intuition, some sort of healing, you know, but I still liked all the darker game. And I still have love and appreciation for that side of the world, that side of a human. It's beautiful because without that I wouldn't know what this is that I have. I wouldn't know how strong I am in my life. I wouldn't know. I'm not going to sit and give advice. I'm just coming through the ways that I can. And if I can help somebody with just my story and my light and the energy behind it, that's all I got. And honestly, that's all we need. That's it. So I'm in rehab. And so my point being with this is that I had the therapist. They got me on some, it was like depression pills, uh, ADHD. It helped soothe me there. And don't get me wrong, I'm not on any of those now. I've worked very hard with my own mind and my own through that time I needed it. Talk about just about half your life you're on a chemical. You need some chemicals to come off of it, babe. If you ask Ariel, I'm not a doctor. Do not take my word for it. This is just my experience and my story and that I'm sharing. I remember sitting in detox and then we'll rehab. And then there was a lot of girls that would just be like, well, I don't want to take, and I said this too. I said this too, but I'm like really afraid of taking meds. Like, I don't want to take meds. Like, I don't want to be on meds. What do you think I was sniffing on my nose for 15 years? What do you think I was doing in that drink that I was drinking, man? Like, I was chemically changing all that I was. And this time it was just to dwindle me down, to not even think about something, to literally become somebody that I am not, to keep living this lifestyle, not thinking about the truest, most me. Now I add that into, so once my, what would you call her? She wasn't a caseworker. She was my counselor. I am so blessed by all the people that help guide me through my healing process. I'm so blessed. So she made that point. She goes, how can you be so afraid of those chemicals that are going to help you when you did those chemicals that didn't? Now, we are in a chemical world. We have these molecules, these atoms that we can alchemize utilizing alchemy of different chemicals, different chemical reactions. You know, humans can do that. It's our own choice if we choose to, and so I finally I started taking them and I was really able to, because once I became clean and sober, I had to start feeling. I had to look at my shit, my life, my traumas, my tragedies, and all that. And I remember saying that there's this one point when I was in, even talking to my counselor, or people you could talk to, which when you're surrounded by healers and people who want to heal, it's just the most, if you really take it in, it's the most beautiful experience I had ever experienced. We're all there not for other agendas besides trying to find peace in ourselves and heal ourselves. There's no other agenda on anybody else's mind. Crazy to me. It was nice. And so that's how, anyway, so I just remember believing, where was I? I lost my train of thought. I just really enjoyed being around healers. I'm a spiritual healer. I'm a healer with my voice. I am this essence, but man, I've never been around people that are just healers because that's their passion, that's their soul. They're driven by it, as am I. And now I found myself around not only natural healers where they heal with the passion in their heart. I'm around women. I never even cared to have a friend that was a woman. Even now I can. It's just, it was learning that there was different traumas when I was a child. Just, it's hard to get close to people, whether you're a man or a woman, right? It's just hard to get close to people. But I can look back now and I can be so grateful for everything that I've gone through. And being there, yeah, so I had to start feeling. I had to start feeling. And it got intense, man. And I forget, I'm not going to, I don't, even if I wanted to say the name of what I was on, I would be able to remember it. But it was something that kind of chilled me out, you know, not opiate, not anything like that. It's just something that, from what I understand, it was like for depression or whatnot, and ADHD. And man, I wanted to do it without the meds so bad in the beginning. But it came to a point where I couldn't control it. So I did. I started taking this, whatever, I'll call it the magic pill. And it calmed me, man. It calmed me. But as these things started coming up, I was able, what I love and enjoy about this story of what I'm telling you, I was able to process one thing at a time. One thing at a time. And I started to really crave more things coming up. I just had this in my soul. My therapist called me a unicorn. She goes, I've only met two other unicorns in my life. And I've been doing this, I think she said, for 7 years, or maybe, I think 7, professionally. In that she came through the rehab just like I did. And now she's one of the best therapists I've ever met. And she goes, I've only met two other unicorns. She goes, the things that have happened to you, and you want to just keep the way that you look at things, the way that you process things, it is so rare. Now I understand because of who I am, and I'm so grateful. It helps me deliver the knowledge of, you don't see yourself. You don't see the magic inside of yourself. And those moments when somebody tells you the truth, listen. Listen to it. And I'm grateful to tell that story now, but it also humbles you. Okay? It's just, it goes to show me that part of my life that I am driven to be right here telling this story. That I was so eager and still so eager to go through all the things that didn't work for me, that were tragedies, that were my choices. Don't and also life happened. Life was life. Life happened to me, as life happens to all of us, right? To have the courage to find the courage inside of ourselves, however we can get there, to really be free thinking and to look upon ourselves as worthy to my drive was to know that, okay, once I don't, it was just natural. Once I knew, and this is being a chosen one, you understand, right? Or those who choose you, yourself, is knowing, at least for me, knowing that the more that I got to think about it, understand it, and see it in a positive light, cool, there we go, got it, next, you know? And now I've come to this point, as most of us have, is that yeah, you see the karmics, you see the cycles that you've gone through. You see where you didn't escape that cycle, and then you see how you escaped it. And then the more that they come up, the more that these cycles keep happening, the more you escape it. Now I don't take any drugs, the good stuff, the good ones, not the. See, get it together. Now I realize my ADHD is a gift, and I realize it's it's a gift. And then I was able to get off of that medication because, and slowly, the way that I did and I felt, it just was kind of all divine timing. I'm not a doctor. This is my story. So, but I knew I wanted to. I didn't, and it was so funny. I remember running out of the pills one month and I was freaking out. I was. And then I finally was able to get it, and that was okay. That was good. But then I realized my story was me being so connected to something when I'm like, I just knowing I don't want to be attached to something. Just knowing that for me helped me slowly understand and alchemize certain different things naturally to where I just kind of not just stopped, but I can't remember right now how I did it because it's not meant to be remembered. Just the story is to be told, is that it can happen. And that is just me, and that is just my story. And it is just something, if you choose to like it, to just hold in your heart and just know it. And anything is possible. Anything. You know? It's all the matter of healing yourself, your internal self. And then the outsides will come to be. These I'm grateful for all the tragedies. I'm grateful for my gifts. And I'm grateful because of what I've been through and how far I've come to why shouldn't I trust source? Why shouldn't I trust powers that are bigger than me? Because I was not capable of doing it on my own. And I didn't even have to. I didn't even have really a choice. And so I'm just being carried by this I talk to source, to my angels, to higher dimensional beings, that they go, you have higher dimensional beings coming through, even while I'm just channeling my guides and things. And then I feel a different frequency. It's so cool. And you know, right before I got onto this message, right before I popped on, I was like, I don't even know if I'm going to be able to do this today. I don't even know what I'm going to talk about. I don't even know what this and and oh my gosh, that I know that they're coming through, because then all of a sudden they start talking really really fast through me, and they're like, "Do you really think that this is you?" What else did they say? They go, "Do you really think that this is you? This is us. We're all coming together. We are all co-creating. We needed a human down the words. We needed a human down there to be able to co-create, you see. And then you were from a higher dimensional space and time and being, and and the frequency and think, guys, I'm not channeled in right now, but we are all still co-creating. They're utilizing me as I'm utilizing myself in my past, and we had to be here chosen. We had to be here to go through the worst of the worst. We just had to. And we were flowed, we were carried, we were never not divinely protected like crazy. Like crazy. Because we still had to keep living. We still had to keep going in order to be here at these points. Like this point is for me to share my healing process, whatever point it is. Oh my gosh, this is not at all what I thought I'd be talking about today. Not at all. Not at all. And they're like, do you really think that you were going to sit there? So this is, they go, you really think that what you were going to do is just sit there and think about what you were going to talk about? Part of what they said they weren't yelling at me. But they go, this is just us expressing very loudly so your human can understand. Again, there was more said, but it was so much fun. It's so funny. And so I just feel held so tight and unafraid. And so as I'm chatting with the reason why I mean, I talk to them all the time. Like they can flow through, but you also go out and live, right? And then, but multiple times a day, I come back, I center myself, and like now, I don't even need. I use cards. I don't need cards. We sit there and we chat and we do stuff, but sometimes it's fun. Like I have cards that I've made myself, like on the back of the. Oh, perfect. Allow it to find you in peace. Right. One other one. Use discernment. So there's one for you. Oh, that's the one. Don't hold back. You see? What else we got? You're meant to be here. Know it. And it was just 2144 right when that happened. Oh, and that's for somebody. Cut the cords. Okay. And this one. This is love. This one. So, yeah, I just kind of channeled different things. And then I just flip them like you do tarot cards. I got those too, but you don't, if that's just my choice, my tools sometimes. And then a lot of times, like today, they go, I know you want to talk to us. We could just talk like this. And I'm like, I know. And you know the difference between you and them. And then that gets stronger. It gets stronger and stronger the more that you channel in. And where I'm at in my journey right now, I channel in a lot because it's like an infant, not like an infant baby, but it's like a toddler. Like I've learned all the skills for that as an infant, and now I'm just running. Now I'm excited to run around. I don't take a lot of naps, but man, would those be nice. Because it's like I'm revving up to go to, like, for my next chapter, my next era, which is Colorado, which I'm leaving on the 8-8 portal. Whoa! So right now, what they tell me is that they go, we're giving you small options to choose from. Small, essentially small, because I'm still learning. I'm still trying to switch out of this same paradigm that I'm stuck in, right? And so since I conquered the feeling the lack paradigm, I don't have that anymore, and I can feel that. I can feel it's non-existent. I feel free. I feel more in the now. I feel more connected to me this moment, every second. And so now it's kind of like, and they even told me, once we get done with that, then we're going to shift. You're going to see that there's other small, minute things that you are going to have come up. And so, like today, there's a friend that I needed to talk to, and I didn't want to talk to, but I did. It's like I just felt this weird vibration. I was like, and the point was made that you don't want, nor do you deserve this feeling. You can alchemize it as much as you want in the energy, but there's still something there. And so, and I go, well, how do I go towards this? I had a story in my mind that I thought it was. And they go, it's all in your mind. You don't know what other people are thinking. You don't know what other people are going through. And you don't know how they see you. I'll tell you right now, that person sees you very much differently than what you feel. And it's positive, right? And so, biggest point being made, they go, whenever you feel in this situation, you want to have a high vibration, because no matter what, lower vibrations, which clearly isn't coming from you, and not saying that these lower vibrations were of anger or of anything, it's just not the high frequencies that we are meant to channel through, right? So, my job, our job, is to go into any situation as our best, highest vibrative self as best as we can, right? Even when we don't try and we don't feel our best, oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Right? Like we're already DNA written right now differently. So anyway, so I just kind of took my time, did my makeup, took the shower, did the makeup, did a guided meditation, because even in this energy, I just felt, mm, I don't know, fear. It was that, but not like, ah, but a small sense of, I don't know what I'm walking into, but I did what I needed and was guided to do. I did what I was told. I listened to the guidance. I listened to the whispers, right? And made myself feel good. And meditated, did a guided meditation for the 8-8 portal. Oh my gosh, yes. Got to visualize, actually sat down and visualized even more of what I want. And maybe the next video I'll talk about it, but I'm so excited. And so that, knowing that that's going to be real, that is already real, it's just unlaying itself out for me. Wow, how can that not put you in a great mood? Going back to self, choosing what excites and ignites you, you know? So as I walk out, the conversation happens and it was beautiful. And I'm so grateful that I had my high vibrations, because that's what the situation needed, was the healer. Was the healer. And I learned a lot. And also just healer, the lights. Okay, the lights. Because I don't know if all chosen ones consider themselves healers. I don't know. I don't know. No. But we're all lights, period. Some are artisans, some are all these other things, I guess. Which, yeah, we heal through art, we heal through our creativity. So, but I remember saying one thing that helped this beautiful human balance this energy that they were feeling so hard. And it was, maybe sometimes people scream, their energy screams for you. And therefore, to keep that high vibration, it calms and soothes their energy. And you'll just deliver that one little piece that they need, even if it's just that smile, even if it's just that hug, or just to listen to their story. Because everything changed from there. And you know what? I told this person what the angels always told me, have fun. You need to have fun more. Isn't that right, guys? Like, in Beautiful Darlings, like, there was a point in my journey where I needed to have fun, more fun. And I still do. Part of my purpose, I feel, that I want to share and show, like, all you guys and even the whole world, as I grow and grow, and as we grow and grow, and it's how to have fun. Because I don't know about you, I'm full of sparks and sprinkles. But being this, like, version that I am now, which I love so much, I'm just like slowly creeping out as it's properly being placed and done for me, creeping out of this little divine hermit shell, hi guys, like, you know, okay, so I wanted to be like, it's a slow process, but is it? I don't know. But it's gonna be great. That's all I know. Because it is. And it has been. And I'm just grateful that my energies and what I've gone through is helping people even when they don't even know who I am. That's how the vibrations work, you know? You guys know. If you lasted this long, you know. I love you guys so much. I love you so much. So much. We're doing great. You're doing great. And I will, okay, get ready. If you want to breathe deeply with me, I'll do a light code transmission of what are we going to do, Source? Abundance. Oh, codes of abundance. Out, hand on the heart. Breathe deeply throughout. Stiatro como sniadana naka eshni siotro mai. Vetrusco siadana maka eshne ke siotro moka niate. Sofiotro moi ke tiatra moka stiotro lupoka eshniadana na Troco posciotro no moka hietra ka aniatra ka posciotro to piono no mokietre. Vetusio troco patiatrana na sietre che terio potro to miono ne. Vai schiatre, sotro mono no schiatra, voco troco, posciotro no moca a niesidre che troppo siotro, ma caietre ne sitere facar. Shutiu sudro moca shniai, veki stiti yolo, war, rieketara tanana, yoskio tropo stiatra, voco tropo stiatra, te siatra como no siatra marete, siotro postia. Vestus yotrumona nietre que sietre copos yotrumona giatra de city kisi. Shotrusco yotrumona and giatra ka aishiatronumok oishiotronumok oishiatra shititi piotroco. Vacasiatranana niana que city piotroco stiar. Shkostiotromoyatra. So teodoro makashni di teatruko ostiatrana anti teatruko to yetrakas nini diotruko boy. Skotruko kastiana. So So those were abundance codes also help to find the vibration within your third eye for you to to do just like I did. No, not like just like I guess I said that for some reason. I was thinking, so however that you took that part just now. Awesome. Um um what there was something so that you can see like earlier in my 8-8 portal guided meditation I was able to visualize what I wanted, right? And for me, I was able to visualize what I wanted. And so therefore it opened up your third eye as well and to bring down for those of you, some are questioning what they want and are thinking and processing more. Thinking and processing, those are that part of the process. Those are still energies that are coming out of you. There's still energies that are there that are coming out of you. Allow them to pass because you still are worthy. You still just, excuse me, ooh, confirmation verb. You still deserve, woo, you still deserve the vision that you have and that you want. And some of you, a lot of you, I hear that it's faded. It's faded. Is it fated or faded? They're giving me both. They're giving me both. So you've seen it. You've seen what you want. You've seen it. It's fated for you to have it. It's faded from your mind for whatever reason. Work, play, other things. And that is a-okay. That's absolutely okay. That's fine. That's fine. But in these moments, you deserve, when you think about it in any moment. You deserve it because it's fated. Oh, it's fated. It's only just faded a little bit. Faded, like, but it's to open. So that was just to open it back up so you to see it again, and that's okay. Everything happens naturally, and you run into things just to help you out with that. Anyways, I love you so very much. I love you so much, and have a wonderful rest of your time today. Apparently, I wanted to say rest of your night, but I guess not. I guess, but the night and the day are just illusions. So enjoy your moments. Enjoy your nows. Thank you for spending this time with me. Thank you for spending this time with us. Thank you for receiving and helping me co-create this beautiful moment and play with you. I love you so much. Yes.